day, dear 50th graders. Hope you're doing well. You're missed. I hope this quarantine ends soon and we meet up again. Today, we are going to explore the grammar lessons of Unit 5. So, let's start. You have already learned that verbs show the action in sentences or link the words together, such as, we help out in house chores. Here, the verb help shows the action of helping. We are safe. Are is a linking verb that links we to safe without showing any action. You have also seen that verbs show the time in tenses and can be single words or verb phrases with helping verbs. For example, I made my project alone yesterday. Made is a verb in the simple past tense. It is used as a single word with a spelling change to show the past tense. Another example, we are doing assignments online nowadays. Are doing is the verb phrase that shows the action happening nowadays or at the current time. Here we call it the present progressive, and there is a helping verb are and the main verb doing. However, today we have another concept, which is helping verbs that do not show the time but give meaning to the verb used in the base form without any addition to it, such as, I can carry this box. Notice that can is a helping verb and carry is the main verb used in its base form. Can here shows that I have the ability to carry the box. So, can is called a modal of ability. It is a helping verb called a modal of ability. Another example is, Rashad and Ramona look like each other. They must be siblings or brother and sister. As you notice that, I have must used as a modal verb with be in its base form, and the meaning here is deduction or inference and understanding from the previous sentence. Because Rashad and Ramona look like each other, I conclude or deduce that they are siblings. So I say they must be siblings. Okay? So I call must a modal of deduction. Now notice this sentence. I am enthusiastic about the trip, so I might collect great evidence from the fossils that dinosaurs had lived here. I might collect. Depending on the previous part of the sentence, I am enthusiastic about the trip. So because I'm enthusiastic, I might collect great evidence. Might is also a modal verb that shows probability. Okay, I might find evidence means maybe I will be able to find evidence. Okay, so far we have must and might as models that show probability in different percentage. One last example is, these bones are still covered with skin and fur. They can't belong to an animal that died 100 years ago. So, when I read this, I look at the previous sentence. These bones are still covered with skin or fur. So, I deduce or I infer that they can't belong to an animal that died 100 of years ago. So, can't is a modal that shows inference or understanding or deduction of something impossible. So, in short, we learned about 3 modal verbs of deduction. They are helping verbs used before the main verb without any addition to it. Okay, and they depend on something previous to understand the meaning. There is must showing positive deduction of something we're sure about. Might shows probability of something that may be true, and can't shows a negative deduction of something that is not true. Now, I want you to read the rule and do the practice. Good job. Now that you're done with the models of deduction, we will move to adverbs of probability. Adverbs, as the word shows, is related to verbs. Adverbs, by definition, are words that describe the verb. For example, I'll obviously study the rule to understand the new concept. Study is the main verb. How will I study? Obviously. So obviously is the adverb that shows how I intend to study. More examples include really and other adverbs. One example is, I'm really delighted to see him after this long time. Really is an adverb of probability. That means truly. Lily is the first in class. She is definitely taking part in the spelling bee. Because Lily is the first in class, I infer that she is definitely taking part in the spelling bee, or surely. So, definitely is another adverb of probability. I'm not sure I can join you on Saturday. Perhaps I will visit my grandparents with my parents. So, because I may not join you, I say perhaps I'll visit my grandparents with my parents. So perhaps is a model of probability that means maybe. It shows low probability. Finally, we have clearly. For example, coronavirus is clearly explained in this article. Clearly means with elaboration or in a clear way. So, as you notice, the position or the place of the adverb changes according to the verb. Perhaps is usually used at the beginning of the sentence, like, perhaps I'll take part in this show. Definitely, clearly, obviously, really, and probably are used after the linking verb or the verb to be, like, I am obviously ready. Or before the action verb if the verb is a single word, like Sandra really feels sad. Really before feels. Or between the helping verb and the main verb in verb phrases, like Sophie is probably coming tonight. It's used between is and coming. Now, you'll obviously read the rule, recall what I have said, and do the exercises. Good luck.